Welcome. My name is Julia, and thank you for joining me here today from your home or your office or wherever you find yourself this moment. We are going to do a body scan together, which is an exploration of living in the body, and something that most of us don't do very well is spend time with our senses and experiencing what the body feels like from the inside, and really diving in there with our attention into the joints, into the muscles, into all of that. And it is such a great tool to help us feel more grounded, feel more like we are in the present moment, and just for the experience for that duration to take us out of the thinking space, out of the worry space, out of the whatever conversations you're having with yourself right this very moment, whatever story it is that you're telling yourself right now, you can set that aside. It'll still be there when you come back. Just spend the next few minutes with me doing a little scan of the body. So when you're ready, I recommend that you find a comfortable seat, or you may even choose to be on the ground, on the floor. You can do this on your bed, you can do this sitting anywhere you wish, in any position where the fact that you are in a position is not going to distract you. So if you are on your back, please rotate the palms up, the arms by the sides, so that allows the shoulders to be nice and open. And if you're seated, like I am here, I'm seated on a chair, I'm placing my hands onto my thighs, palms down, and I'm just going to draw my elbows back a little bit, again, to just open this up a little bit and make more space in my torso here, more space for the breath. I'll give you a moment to get settled. When it feels like you're there, take a deep breath in and all the way out. If at any time during this practice with me you feel like you need to fidget, please don't refrain from fidgeting. Move around, do what feels right for your body. That is almost always the best thing to do. So, as we get started, you may want to close your eyes. We are so visually oriented that it's a little bit easier for us to notice what's going on with our other senses if the eyes are closed. And we're going to start with the feet. So notice where your right foot is touching whatever it is that it is touching. Your heel may be onto something. You may find your foot in a shoe. Where are those sensations right now? And if you can, keep your attention on your right foot and then expand it to your left foot. So bring your attention to both your feet and just notice, first of all, there they are. And then travel upward to your ankle. Oftentimes it's helpful for us to move the joints a little bit to get a little bit more information traveling from the joint to the brain. So if you want to wiggle your ankles just a little to get those proprioceptors, so those receptors inside your ankle joints who tell the brain, there I am, to get them firing and get them awake. Wiggle your ankles a little. And feel what that feels like as you come to stillness. From your ankles, travel up your calves into your knees. You may notice that you have sensation at the back of the knee. You may be able to feel your clothing at the front of the knee, so wherever clothes are touching your skin. And even with your eyes closed, you may have a very good sensation what position your knees are in right now. And if you can feel one and not the other, maybe if you wiggle them around a little bit, you can bring a little bit more intelligence into that communication that's happening right now between your knee joint and your sensory cortex in your brain. If you're focusing your attention primarily on the sensation on the outside of the knee, bring it inside. Bring it into the joint. And then travel up to your hip joints, up the thigh, all the way to where your femur bone makes contact with your pelvis. And this is a little bit of a tall order. Most of us don't have a good visual perception of where our hip joints are. They're a little bit harder to see than, say, the ankle or the knee. So I'm going to call upon your imagination. It does not need to be anatomically correct. Just imagine where your hip joint is. Maybe lift one heel and then the other. This will move your thighs just a little so you can maybe feel that sensation of movement inside your hips. From there, travel around the back to your spine. As you breathe, bring your attention to your spine as it is stacked vertebra upon vertebra all the way up your back. And go slowly. You have lots of vertebrae, and you do not need to count as you travel up. Slowly, slowly travel upwards until your attention lands on the base of your neck. So at the very bottom of the neck, right where the shoulders seem to come out on either side of the body. And for a moment, notice how, as you inhale and exhale, your shoulders may move a little. They're floating on your rib cage. Your rib cage expands with every inhalation. And then travel up your neck. Again, vertebra upon vertebra until you come to your skull, which rests on top of your vertebrae. You can wiggle it around a bit. Move your head around just a little bit. And then come to stillness. And before we leave this practice of scanning our own bodies and spending a few moments inside ourselves, if you would, place your hands onto your chest, and you can also place one on the chest and one on the abdomen. I'm not sure if you can see that right here. And feel your body being breathed. If your eyes are closed, gently flutter them open. Open them like a really, really slow curtain. Until you let the light back in. And you can place your hands again wherever they're most comfortable. Let's take one more deep breath in. And one smooth and steady exhale all the way out. And I want to thank you for spending the last few moments with me inside your body as I spend time in mine. I hope you have found a moment of calm and have a lovely day.